Well, another Marvel Netflix TV series has come and gone, and we're going to be discussing the TV show known as Iron Fist, and we're going to be discussing season 1. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say this off the bat. I'm not going to be getting into any spoilers or anything. It's just giving my brief thoughts on the series and what I felt going into it. Me personally, I thought Iron Fist was solid. I don't think it was as solid as Daredevil or as Luke Cage, where I cared more about those characters and was more invested in it and had more action on top of that as well in Luke Cage and Daredevil season 1 and 2. But I still feel like this is a great series on its own. And just like, again, with Jessica Jones, this was kind of its own thing, where Jessica Jones was more of a mystery. This was more talking about Buddhism and martial arts and everything. And essentially, this is also more of a rag to riches story as well for the character of Danny Rand, because he was once thought he was dead, and then now he's come back to life once again, essentially, and has inherited 51% of this company known as Rand Industries. And just getting briefly into the reports that came out earlier about how it was saying that it was racist and that, you know, that this white guy is doing this. And look, I thought Finn Jones was a great Danny Rand. I had no problem with him whatsoever. I did care about his character. I thought he did a great job. I think Jessica Henwick as Colleen Wing did a good job. Everybody that played an essential part in this story, I thought it was really good. Like I said, the only thing for me that I was highly disappointed in was the choreography and then the action itself. I felt like, you know, you have 40 plus hours to tell this story. You could, you know, throw some more action into it as well. I mean, look at John Wick Chapter 2. That was a 2-hour movie, and it had more action than in basically every single episode. And then when we did get the action, it was a little bit lackluster, especially compared to what we got in Luke Cage and in Daredevil season 2. But hopefully, I'm looking forward to season 2 of Iron Fist, and I'm hoping that they give us some more backstory behind the character. They flesh out some more things. Again, they did set it up nicely for season 2 and set it up very nicely for the Defenders. Now, if anyone who doesn't know, Marvel's The Defenders is going to be bringing in all the Marvel characters together. So you're going to have Daredevil, you're going to have Jessica Jones, you're going to have Luke Cage and Iron Fist, and they're going to form a team and call themselves the Defenders. What I really am looking forward to about Marvel's The Defenders is that everybody has their own backstory and everybody has their own agenda and everybody has their own special talents that they bring to the table. Like Daredevil is so skilled and classically trained, he's a born leader. Then you have Jessica Jones, who's such a great detective and has such a good mind and is able to get into the mind of criminals. Then you have Luke Cage with his impenetrable skin and his street knowledge. And then you have Danny Rand, who has essentially the money, but also has a good heart on top of that and is willing to fight until everything has been righted. So what I like is each character brings their own individual take to this. So again, getting to a score, I'm going to give Iron Fist a solid 7.5 out of a 10. Like I said, I really did enjoy the TV series. Again, I binge watched it over Friday and Saturday and then meditated on all day Sunday. But for me, the biggest problems I had were some of the villains were a little bit lackluster. Again, I won't get into who the villains are because this is non-spoilers. I felt some of them were a little lackluster and they weren't as established and as menacing and threatening as what we got earlier with Daredevil season 1 and 2, you know, with Kingpin, and then of course with Cottonmouth and with his whole family. Plus, like I had also again mentioned, for me, the action here was just a bit of a letdown. I felt like they could have thrown a little bit more choreography in there. I know that they did the best that they could for the budget that they had, but still on top of that, if this guy is a kung fu master, if he's so skilled in the martial arts, he should be doing a lot more fighting and a lot less detective work, because I mean, again, that is what Jessica Jones is for. That is what she's going to bring to the table. But again, even if I just look at it separately away from all the rest of them, I'll slightly give it an 8 out of a 10. Based on if we got this first, it's a good stepping stone, and I'm looking forward to what they offer us in season 2 of Iron Fist. But let me know down in the comment section below, what did you think of Iron Fist? Do you want to see a season 2? And are you excited for the Defenders? Please let me know. Also, please do not forget to go support me on Patreon. It means so much to me if you all would go help me out. Again, I do daily content, or at least I try to do daily content, and anything you're able to donate really helps out the channel. And also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe as well. And as I always say, I hope you all have a blessed day. Peace out, y'all.